So, I stepped on a cockroach today, and I felt like I was betraying myself. You know, like, it's like, oh, those are my people. I am the swarm.
That's just you doing your part.
I guess so, but you're supposed to be doing your part against me, and I felt bad about it, you know? It's the first time I ever felt bad about killing a cockroach. I'm like really getting...
You gotta consider it separating the wheat from the chaff. You know, it was a wheat cockroach if you killed it.
I guess
the only good bug is a dead bug.
Accurate.
That's the theme of this campaign.
I killed a man today, and I felt like I was working against myself, too.
You did.
Well, yeah, that'll...
I feel like your day was more labor-intensive than mine was. Like,
No, I just stepped on him.
It's a real small man. How's everybody doing tonight? Here we are for another episode of Hideous Tomfoolery. Glad to have you guys at the table. How we doing?
Good.
Great.
so
man,
good.
Well, you know how we do. Griff, why don't you start it off? Kick us on around the horn.
Oh, kick us around the horn? Mm-hmm. Speaking of someone who's got a round horn, Steve, what you drinking, buddy?
Yes. Hey, everybody. I'm Steve from the Hideous Laughter Podcast. I play Matumbe and Saw Moon Isle on the Evil Interludes. Tonight, I am drinking the Classy Man's mixed beverage here. This is a gin and fresca.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm on that tip. We'll get to it.
It's pretty hefty, guys. There's a lot of gin in there, so it's good Monday night for me.
Speaking of pretty hefty, Adam, what you drinking, dude?
I am also drinking a gin, but I'm drinking liqueur with it instead of, what'd you say, Fresca? Yeah, but
wow.
I'm also drinking gin and soda. So cheers to you, Steve.
Rock and roll, buddy.
Speaking of rock and roll, Heath, what you drinking, buddy?
Drinking a Modelo. The dark one.
The dark one. Set me up real well. Speaking of the dark one, Emily. What you drinking?
There you go.
Thank you. I needed that. I'm going a little nostalgic today with a Not Your Father's root beer.
Speaking of someone who's hopefully not anybody's father, hey, it's me, Griff. I'm drinking a Clementine Hibiscus Bon and Viv Spike Seltzy.
Hey,
it's delicious.
There's the seltzy representation. I was wondering if we're going to get through an episode without a seltzer, but it doesn't look like today's the day.
You guys pushed the recording back a little bit, so I finished all my bourbon and then slid on over to the seltzy team.
Well, if you guys remember last episode, things aren't really going great for the Midnight Squad. You have been marching for quite a long time, and you guys are all at various stages of being tired. I know that Tex is exhausted. Who else is exhausted in the group?
Not I.
Yeah, I think it's just Tex that is exhausted.
All right, the rest of you are fatigued?
Yeah, it's a real fucking cool condition. Thanks, Adam.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's what happens when you march without sleep for over 20 hours. So here you are.
We all took amphetamines. I don't get it.
Did.
Why are we exhausted?
Why are we tired? Story.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, it's a hard life out there in the SDF, and it's only getting harder because you approached this bridge that's congested with all sorts of broken down cars and carcasses and stuff, which we'll get to. But more disturbing is the encroaching swarm behind you that you can hear kind of over the hill line closing in. And you also know that this bridge is slated for demolition at any moment. So we're going to start right there as we deal with this bridge situation. So I'm sure everybody wants to take a little perception check to get kind of assess what's going on here. Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, what's weird about this bridge?
I'll take perception or survival.
Do they have different results?
Yes.
Okay, because I both have +8s on them, so I'm going to roll both.
All right.
I'm rolling 2 dice. My green one is going to be the survival. Okay, I'm okay. I've got a dirty 20 on the perception, a 21 on the survival.
Okay, well, Natasi, you see quite a bunch. What you all see is that there was an obvious pileup on the bridge, and that the swarm must have attacked here because you can see many civilians torn apart. You see torso here, legs here, arms all scattered all over this bridge and this highway. You do see a couple swarm bodies, but you see more civilians than swarm. You see congealed blood beneath some of the vehicles, and you see that there's like a couple bodies just hanging off the side of the bridge, their intestines pouring out to the 175-foot drop below. With that survival check, Natasi, you also notice some deep gouges in the asphalt and in some of the nearby vehicles, as if something with giant claws ripped through this traffic.
Okay, so Natasi, her one eye that's not behind the eye patch is kind of darting back and forth almost inhumanly fast, and she's going to turn to the rest of the party and say, "No battle was fought here. This appears to be a massacre of the swarm. Looks like they tore through this bridge, potentially with something bigger than what we've seen."
Natasi, are you telling me we're not going to be safe when we get to the other side?
No, Sigurd, I do not believe we will.
Well, we're fucked.
I think it's in fact going to get much worse before it gets any better.
And we're going to take it to a new map here, ladies and gents.
Ooh.
Ladies and gent.
So as you guys make it across the bridge, you get about halfway across. And while the scene is grisly beyond a doubt, nothing really jumps out at you behind the cars or anything like that. You're just kind of having to navigate your way through this maze of abandoned cars that is clogging the 4 lanes of the highway. As you're approaching Natasi, everybody else give me a perception check. I'm going to roll yours over, all right?
Sweet. Also, this music is so threateningly ominous that I'm terrified right now.
This is the music that they just pipe on the speakers to this bridge all the time.
Ugh,
Oh, God.
it's horrible. I got a dirty 20, Adam.
No.
All right, what about you, Emily?
You've already got a 6.
Oof. Okay.
It's, distracted.
What about Tex?
Don't worry about it.
That bad, huh?
It's an 11.
11. Okay, well, Natasi and Sigurd, you start to hear a little bit of kind of coming up in front of you.
I don't like that sound. But it's great Foley work.
They're
So-
the only ones that hear it, though,
Yeah.
with that shit perception.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, so if we're kind of moving forward, Natasi will put up a fist, like, stop,
Okay.
to the rest of the party. I believe there's a threat ahead. Adam,
Yeah.
although I can see how wide this bridge is, maybe the people at home cannot. So
I'm pretty sure they definitely can't.
I didn't think they could. So there's this. To me, it doesn't look like there's a way we could safely get around whatever's in front of us. Correct?
All right, so yeah, to lay out the scene, you guys are on a 4-lane highway, and you're on this bridge. Now you're about halfway across with a 170-foot plummet below on either side. You guys are on the north side of the highway heading westbound. And there's a semi, what looks like some kind of large limo, and a sports car kind of blocking your way. On the other side, there's like, a big concrete divider like you see on highways, splitting right down the middle of this bridge. And on the south side, you see another semi that looks like a tanker, got a big fuel tank on the back, and another car. And it seems a little less crowded over there, but a lot more exposed. These kind of circular things, those are the pylons that are kind of holding up the arc of the bridge.
All right. So directly in front of us, I mean, we've got a truck and some other things. I mean, you're right. The other lane is much more exposed, but we also have a 10-foot wide dragon lady with us. Mm-hmm. Doesn't look like she might be able to get through where we need to get through without going into the other lane.
So you could climb on the cars pretty easily.
And also she's like, sees you kind of like sizing her up and looking at the space in between. She's, don't worry, I'm pretty good at fitting into tight places.
Are you?
I really am. I took a feed.
Okay.
That's why she's with Tex.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. Wow.
So yeah, just so you know that both the semis you can't climb on easily. Obviously, you can climb on it, but it wouldn't be so easy. But if you wanted to like climb up on the cars, it would take a 5 feet of movement to do that. No check required to climb on those cars. Just takes a bit of your movement to do.
I mean, Yavari would actually jump on up there to try and see what else is going on, see if anything's hiding behind.
So which jumping up on which car?
This one. I mean, she's gonna check with the party first, just kind of give them the look, be like, give them the tactical, like, me jump up, like, okay, thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up.
Shrug.
Shrug emoji.
I don't think we have much of a choice.
So you're gonna, as you move up, you can go ahead and move to the back of that semi there. Yeah, and give me a climb check real quick.
I was
Can't
just
you
gonna
fly
fly.
Yeah, I guess you could just kind of use your wings to scoot out right on up there. So as you kind of boost yourself up to the top of the truck, I need everybody to roll initiative as 2 swarm components bust out from behind the cars. And these are something different. You have not seen these, as they have wings. So these guys right here, let me pop that up so you can see it. They've got long, like, hook claws and then like 4 wings behind them, then 2 little claws that kind of reach over the top of them. They have that same kind of hooked mouth, and they've got 4 legs, and they buzz right up. And let's get some initiative going.
They're like if the Pokemon Scyther was combined with a centaur.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like a Scyther centaur.
Yeah, it pretty much
good.
is.
That's pretty good. I like it.
Thanks, I hate it.
And we're going into combat. So what did everybody get?
Can I express to you how bad the exhausted condition is?
Sure. Talk to me about exhausted.
Pretty bad. So, because of exhausted, I have a +0 to my initiative, -3 to my attack bonus, -4 to melee attacks. Yep, -4 to combat maneuvers, -4 to basically everything.
That's not great.
So because of that, I rolled a nat 1 on initiative.
All right, well, what did you roll there, Yavari? Because you guys are soul bonded, so you get to share that inspo.
She sees she sees Tex kind of like fumbling, and she's like, I got you with a 16.
16, so both folks are getting the 16 there. Sigurd, what'd you get?
4, baby.
Ooh, not great for the Vanguard. Natasi, how about you?
I'd like to think that her advanced knowledge that something was going down here helped her out here, but it kind of didn't. 11, right down the middle.
Well, what I'll say that it did was prevented a surprise round attack on you guys. So there is that, as you guys were kind of expecting some danger here. So, Yavari, I'm going to put you first since Tex rolled a 1. You're up. You climb on that thing, and you see these 2 swarm. They're called Vorphomas. I'm going to go ahead and tell you their name. I don't care. It's fine. Not that that name makes any difference, but you see 2 of them pop up. One directly behind the limo and one on the other side of the highway. What do you do?
Well, as a free action, I suppose, based on the vehicles and the way the rest of the party doesn't see them necessarily.
They can see the one on the south side of the highway,
Okay.
but only you can see the one that is kind of tucked behind the limo and the sports car.
Okay, so as she kind of brings her reaction cannon into a line with the northern one, she's going to call out to the group and be like, one up here, past the limo, and another to the south. And she's gonna take a shot. Let's see. Yeah. A 12.
A 12 will hit.
Yay! Okay.
Wow. Damn.
Good. Super good. Sorry, I'm using my new Norse Foundry die, and it's hard for me to read because they're like fancy.
Sparkly and difficult to read. Thank you, Norse Foundry.
You know, if you were rolling some Die Hard die, you'd probably read them just fine.
Got him.
I may try my Die Hard die next because I got a 1
point of
damage.
Cool. Is there? Yeah, that's not pretty shitty. If I do say so myself.
Yeah. I'm not super excited about it.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Good job, I guess. Tex, you're up.
Okay, so as a free action, he's going to turn to his boon companion, his dragon companion, and say, "Thanks for keeping me on my toes. I'm as worn out as a aging brothel mistress."
That was a home run.
Yeah.
You're a home run.
Oh.
Okay, I can't do anything but cast spells because I won't succeed at anything else. I mean, fuck it, man. I'm gonna summon a creature.
All right. Takes a round to summon. We'll get back to you when you get there. Is now the swarm's turn. The one that's looking at you, Tex, is going to throw some barbs at you as it holds up its 2 forearms, and you see a full attack happen as these 2 arm barbs come flying at you. So the first one is going to be... Oh, that's going to be a miss. That's going to be a huge miss there. Let's see about the second one.
Don't doubt yourself. You can probably hit.
He's exhausted.
A 5?
No, it's not that bad. It's not much better than that.
How about a 17?
Oh yeah.
Okay, 17 is going to hit. All right, so that's going to do a couple things here. First, you're going to get pierced with 4 points of piercing damage. And then you're also going to need to roll me a fortitude save.
Oh, goody. All right. That's a 14 total.
14 total. That's including all your conditional shit?
Yes.
All right, very good. You make the save. So this swarm component, one of the arm barbs flies past your head, and then the other one kind of goes right in your shoulder, and you pull it out before any of the venom can sink into your bloodstream. But you do take that piercing damage. The other Vorfoma is going to make the Dragonkin Yavari roll a save. And what I'm going to need you to do for me here is roll a will save, Yavari.
All right, a will save. Cool, cool. A 16.
16?
Yes.
You're all right.
Okay.
You're all right.
I didn't care for that balls. All right.
Okay, and it's gonna use, I guess, a move action to tuck away behind this car. Okay. Get some cover behind this car.
That's right. You better run.
Whoa.
So country boy can survive.
Oh, God.
All right. Natasi, you're up.
All right, Adam, do I have line of sight on either of these guys? It kind of
do
doesn't
not.
look like that's the case.
You do not.
Okay. How high is the concrete barrier in between these lanes of traffic?
So, it's a typical barrier, so we're looking at about 3 feet. I'll say it would just take you 5 feet of movement to kind of hop over it.
I don't want to go over it. I want to shoot over it. Is that possible? Because it looks like
It's definitely possible, yeah.
All right.
You're just going to have to move your position to get that shot.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. So Natasi is going to kind of look back and forth, initializing combat subroutines, and then she's going to move 10 feet south. That looks like it'll give me line of sight on that swarm buddy down below, and she's going to pop off a shot with the laser pistol. Now, I also do have fatigued on here, so my ranged attack is at a +1.
All right.
Does a 5 hit?
5 does not hit.
All right, so she misses wide.
Yeah,
End of her turn.
And it just hits the car that the swarm is next to. Just, as you hear the sound of metal sizzle as the laser misses the swarm. And that would be your turn. So Sigurd, you're up.
All right, Sigurd sees the situation we're dealing with, and these things are kind of diving behind cover. So he's going to follow suit. He's going to move right next to Natasi, right by the barrier. He's going to fling an entropic strike using his momentum special ability, which allows it to act like a telekinetic projectile. This is against EAC, and it is actually not bad. That's a 21.
21 will hit.
All right. It's going to be 5 points of damage.
There we go. Points on the board.
And that's what type of damage?
That's bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning. Okay. That'll do. All that goes through. And you see it just kind of as it takes that hit kind of right in its chest. Yavari, we're back around to you, round 2. You're standing on top of this semi, kind of surveying the scene. Sigurd and Natasi have both moved up against the barrier. Tex just took a hit. One swarm's tucked away behind the car, the northern one that you were firing on. You're going to have a tough shot with that one, but you do have a clean line of shot to the southern one. What you going to do?
She's going to go ahead and go for the southern one, so she doesn't have to make any aggressive movements. So we're going to try with the, oh my god, the other die. Steve, help me. What are they?
Die hard.
Thanks. Brain hurt. Ow. Okay. How about a 19 to hit?
19 will hit.
Awesome, possum. Good on you. And then kablam! 6 damage.
6 damage.
There you go.
Okay.
Way better than 1.
So, and that's on the southern one, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, you've bloodied this one with that shot. Took off one of its wings just as it rips off. You guys are doing okay so far. Tex, what about you? What you gonna do here?
Finish summoning my creature.
Okay.
That's going to be a tiny air elemental. And it's like a sandy color, like the plains of Texas.
Okay.
On, I guess, the southern bug man, which I can summon as far as 100 feet away, so don't worry about that.
Okay. So, sorry, what type of elemental? Tell me one more time.
Tiny air elemental.
Little tiny air elemental. All right, changing up the Pokemon.
That's right.
Now, we got to remember that this only lasts 1 round.
That's right. So, yeah, it'll just attack with a slam, which will be 1d6 plus 3.
All right, let's get it. Let's get the attack roll first.
Ooh. That'll be a 24 total.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Must be nice being an air elemental and not being fatigued or exhausted.
Yeah, I'm living vicariously through this summon.
Literally
for 1 round.
easy breezy.
Oof.
Shut up, Steve.
Just an oof. That's a bad feeling. Okay.
It's Monday.
So it's 1d6 plus 3. I rolled a 4, so that's 7 damage.
7 damage?
Yeah.
This air elemental poofs out of nowhere, envelops the swarm, brings it down to the ground, and smashes its head into the pavement, killing it.
Woo!
Nice.
Yeah!
Yes. Yes.
Tornado Alley, baby.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
And then it disappears. And now it's the swarm's turn. Okay. Oh, man. All right. Ivari, I need you to make another will save.
A 12?
A 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, 12's not going to get it. You are now confused as
Oh,
this
God.
buzzing sound just fills
no.
your brain.
Bad.
Yeah.
Confused
This
is the
isn't
scariest
good.
shit in the world.
You guys hear Yavari just.
Yeah, Natasi, you're up.
Sweet. All right. What kind of movement did you say it was to get over the barrier?
Just 5 feet. An extra 5 feet.
An extra 5 feet. Okay.
Right.
So, seeing this Texas-inspired whirlwind from Tornado Alley take down the southernmost swarm member, she's going to turn to Sigurd, who is immediately next to her, and say, "Care to join me, soldier?" And she's going to hop over the barrier.
Okay.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, moving 30 feet. Which I might be able to place myself. No, I'm gonna stay there. Adam, where I'm at, will I have line of sight on this guy?
You do, although it's going to have a little bit of cover.
I'll take it, man. It's better than nothing. So she hops over the barrier, super badass style, walks a couple feet up. Once she sees just the back couple wings and maybe the back centauri ass of this
Legs,
thing
yeah.
sticking out, she's going to pop off a shot at it with the laser pistol.
All right.
17 on the die.
17.
Going up
on
to an
the-
18.
That'll do it. That'll get it.
Nice.
That'll get
Wonderful. All right. Time for that DPS this character's known for. 2 points of fire damage.
In there
Pew.
with that fire damage. All right, not bad though. You did get the shot off. I'll give you that. Sigurd, you're up now. You can't see this thing at all from where you're at.
Yeah, but he sees Natasi,
Right.
so he raises Betty, plants a hand on the barrier, hops over it sideways, and moves right in front of Natasi. Move action aligns Betty now that he can see this thing against it, granting him +1 AC, and he turns to her and he says, "Hey Natasi, stay behind me, toots."
Cool.
Cool. Real cool.
No.
Cool.
Natasha was flying back. Let's get him, soldier.
Okay, so Emily, I need you to roll a D100.
Okay. So that's gonna be. If it's a 10 and a 9, what does that mean?
19.
That many.
So it's a 10 on your double-sided and then a singular 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 19.
to
You get to
act
act normally.
normally.
Yep, you have your turn.
Foiled
Banana
again,
and a
Adam.
boo-boo. Are you upset? Did
A
that
little.
upset you?
A little.
Oh, I hate it. Does that
'cause
mean
I
I'm no longer confused?
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, yeah, so Yavari just kind of like and shakes it off. And she's going to move up because she wants a little bit better view. So you see her wings kind of like furl out, and she's just going to kind of
She's just like
charge
stomping on the
straight
top
ahead.
of this truck. Like this
Yes.
large dragon can is just leaving dents in the top of this truck. Hops over off the top of the truck onto the sports car, crushing the sports car's like top. Glass pops out the windshield, and you're now right up on this thing. What you gonna do?
Probably not a fucking thing with a 12.
A 12 will hit.
Yeah. Oh, that my will save didn't. I was like thinking something didn't do earlier. Oh yeah, so as she lands on the car, she like levels her fucking cannon at this thing and gets 6 piercing, just right to the face.
All right, so that is going to provoke an opportunity attack for firing a ranged weapon at melee range. But you do get 6 damage off. Let's see how this claw attack goes. All right, I'm pretty sure this is not going to hit. 14 hit?
According to this, it does for some reason.
Oh, probably because of your fatigued. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
that's gonna
so
hit.
that will hit for. Ooh, we're looking at 7 slashing damage.
Oh shit!
So yeah, you come down there and you like are firing this shot like and you blast it, but it comes out and slices right across your knee for 7 slashing damage.
She takes it. She's still up. She's not happy, but she's still up.
Tex, you're up.
Tex is gonna move a little bit so he can get this thing in sight. Move over here. Well, shit. There's a car there. Mm-hmm. And there's a giant fucking dragon in front of him. There's nowhere I can move that I'm gonna get line of sight.
You're in a tough spot. Real tough spot.
Damn, we're in a tight spot.
Well, I'll move a little bit forward.
Okay.
That's all I can really do.
All right, so Tex kind of moves up. Would you like to take another move action to go ahead and get in position?
I don't want to be very close.
Heard that.
Yeah,
I mean,
I will get killed. I will get killed.
I would say this. You would know that Yavari is putting herself front and center to draw, aggro. So, I mean, you would know that.
I understand that as a player, but, the objective is to hit it. I'm just so small and can't see beyond you. No, I'm just going to hang out. Let you guys handle this.
All right. It is the remaining Vorfoma's turn. It is going to full attack on Yavari Star Eater with its claws. All right, here we go. All right, so does a 9 hit?
A 9 does not hit. The sad thing is, that's only just barely.
So a 10 does hit?
Well, E or K?
That's going to be against K.
No, not for K. No, it does not hit.
Ah, damn, both miss. All right, Natasi, you're up.
All right, to mechanically reflect what Sigurd and Natasi are trying to do, Natasi's going to basically put her left hand on his shoulder, on his back, and bring the pistol up next to her head, like she's ready to shoot over him, kind of, and basically, because these turns happen, all these things happen at the same time, I'm going to delay my turn till after Sigurd goes, till kind of mere moving up behind with him.
Gotcha. So Cora is going to hold the turn till after Sigurd, and you guys are going to kind of move in tandem. So Sigurd, you're up here.
Come on, Toots, we got to help out Yavari. She's taking some bad hits up there.
And he's gonna move up. He'll move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, remain behind the barrier, but enough to get Natasi up near Yavari, and then he's going to fling his... Well, Adam, can you clarify what square this creature's in? He's kind of straddling too, so I want to make sure I'm not...
yeah, sure. Here, let me... Why is... Here you go. He's right. That's right there in that square directly.
Can I reach him over the wall?
I'll say you can, but I'm going to impose a little disadvantage on your attack if you're going melee.
So, like a cover penalty?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to go melee anyway because I don't want to risk the range and the AOO. So, he brings the broad side of Betty up over the wall. You see it charge up with this gray energy, and the side of Betty begins to waver like a hot pavement, and then he punches over the wall. And that is a 12 to hit.
Hell yeah.
12 is going to miss, though.
Yeah, I
of
figured
that.
with his cover.
Oh.
Yeah.
Poop.
Okay, well, it was a good effort. You definitely got yourself up there, and you got Natasi. I assume you moved right behind Sigurd, so you've got a standard action left. What you going to do?
All right, so Natasi's she's up against this concrete piling wall adjacent to Sigurd and Ivari. What kind of penalties am I taking if I just wanted to try and finish this thing off with my pistol? It looks like cover.
Yeah, it's going to definitely take... probably just going to give it that +4 cover. Because you could kind of shoot in between. I think, I don't think it's totally covered, so I'm gonna give you the 4 since you're ranging it, right? So that it's gonna have a +4.
All right. I know we have this thing on the ropes, and if Ivari goes down, I can stabilize and heal her up. So I'm just gonna try and finish it off if I can. So Natasi's going to lean over the concrete piling and take another shot.
Okay.
It's a 10 before any sort of cover penalties on your end, so I don't think that's going to do it.
Not going to get it. All right. Yavari, Sigurd and Natasi just moved up on the other side of the barricade. You're still standing on this crumpled car, and this swarm component is slashing at your legs. What do you do?
So she's going to free action, kind of gingerly drop the reaction cannon.
Okay.
And as her move...
It goes off and shoots you in the chin.
So I said gingerly, so
okay.
first off... and as she's kind of dropping that, she's going to pull her red star, and she's just going to take a solid whack at this guy. Oh, okay. How about a 19?
19, yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, all right. Okay, we're not rolling a d10 anymore. It's gone down. That's cool. Because I used a different thing. Yeah. Ooh, not great. 4.
4
damage.
damage. Okay. Still standing. Tex,
Shit.
you're up.
All right. Tex is kind of skirting around the group, trying not to get noticed very much. But he can get right here, so I can see it. And Tex is going to use Puncture Veil.
Okay. Talk to me about it.
Okay, so it's instantaneous, no saving throw. I grasp onto space-time filled with microscopic needles. Remember the cactus needles?
Right.
One creature takes 1d4 piercing damage and gains bleeding 1 for 3 rounds.
That's so crazy to me that just happens. All right, roll your damage.
Fucking magic, man.
I rolled the wrong die. That's a 3.
That's 3 damage.
And bleed 1 for 3 rounds.
Tex skirts around the car and summons a little piece of Texas desert right on the swarm, and it just gets punctured full of needles and falls down dead on the ground. You guys are out of combat and succeeded in this fight. A lot better than I thought you were going to do, I'll tell you that too. So
2 for 2 on the kills too, baby.
Ivari squats down on the car. Says, this is fine.
You all right up there?
Yeah.
You'd appear to be significantly injured, Yavari. You need medical attention.
I mean, I'll take it if you've got it.
Let me see what I can do. And I want to size up the rest of the group, too. I want to check in where everybody's HP is, because this will determine whether or not I do a burst channel or just Mystic Cure.
Well, let me ask you this. You guys want to take a short rest? A little 10-minute rest?
Fuck yeah, we can take a rest?
You can take a 10-minute rest to gather your bearings right here, kind of tucked in between these cars.
Yes.
Yes, I want that.
Hell.
I want
yes.
all of that.
All right.
Can we
Get
make
you
it
some of
20
that.
minutes?
So spend your resolve, get your stamina back.
Fuck yes.
10 out of 10 stamina, guys.
Okay, so I want to clarify here. I am not going to use a resolve to recharge my stamina. That would only get me 3 stamina points. I don't think that's worth it. What I am going to do is spend my 10 minutes using an ability called Healing Touch. I want to spend 10 minutes to heal an ally up to 5 hit points per mystic level. I only have 1, and I can only do it 1 time per day. I'm going to use it on Ivari now, because I know you are significantly into your HP.
I will take it. So take it.
All right. So
Like the big girl she is, she will take it.
So that's 5 HP to Yavari. Tex, you can get all your stamina back if you choose to spend a...
Yep, I'm doing that.
Cool. And I think, Sigurd, you're doing the same.
Oh yeah.
You're going to update that on Roll20 for me. All right. As you guys are kind of catching your breath for the first time in almost a full day, your comm units spark up once again. And you hear a member of the SDF come over your unit saying, "Swarm army approaching, proceeding with the destruction of the Kerozan bridge. All civilians clear the area." And you start hearing these klaxons go off, these alarm klaxons. And it's time to get the fuck off this bridge. You are only halfway across the bridge. It is going to be blown at any minute. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go into a modified kind of chase sequence here, where you're going to have some obstacles that you need to get past, and you're going to try to accrue escape points as you make your way across the bridge.
So here's a quick question. Out of character. Would we have actually... Okay. Was that a nice Adam thing, allowing us to take that? Like, this is going to happen regardless? Or...
What's that, the 10-minute rest?
Yeah, because we wouldn't have taken a rest if we knew this fucker was about to blow up.
Yeah, no, that's a thing that... It's not a nice Adam thing. I won't take credit for it. It's in the AP. You get the 10-minute rest before this. Because I really wanted to kill one of you there, but you guys did really good. But now you got to
let's boot scoot and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So this is going to be a series of skill checks. All right. The first, so as you're running for the bridge, you finally kind of get your stamina back. I mean, some of you are still exhausted and fatigued. That doesn't go away. But it's time to get off the bridge, and the first thing you see is another pileup of land vehicles, and it's this maze of twisted metal. I need everybody to roll a perception check.
Natasi's running the numbers in her head. She's coming at this with a 23.
Sig's got a 15.
I rolled a natural 20 and still didn't beat Natasi.
But mark it down.
Yeah, that's on the board.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I was going to address that, the STF versus HLP.
Nat 20.
Well, we'll deal with that in a second.
Okay,
But go ahead and mark it.
we'll talk about it later.
Go ahead and mark it on the board. Because it does count. And so what did you get, Yavari?
Yeah, 17.
17. Okay, very good. You guys all earn an escape point. So that's 4 escape points as you make your way through this maze. The alarm klaxons grinding at your nerves. As right as you pop out on the other side of the pileup, you all of a sudden see that there's this large stretch of the bridge that has been bombarded by the airborne swarm. And so that you could tell that this bridge has been weakened in spots. So to find a safe route, I need each of you to attempt either an engineering or a survival check. Your choice, one or the other.
All right, I got a 15 survival.
16 survival.
Okay.
I know shit. I rolled a different die and rolled a natural 20 on survival, but I have a +0, so it's just a 20.
Just a 20.
All right.
On the
I'll take
board.
that. God damn it, Heath. You're ruining this.
I'm sorry. I changed die, I guess, because I don't like natural 20s.
Yeah, I'm just going to change every time I get a nat 20. Where are my
What
ones
about you,
at?
Yavari?
Yafari has a +5 to engineering, but she rolled a fucking 8. So
All right. Well, as you guys are making your way across this kind of weakened spot, actually a piece of the bridge gives way right beneath Yavari, and Tex kind of points it out right before, and so that you guys are able to catch her. I mean, she could fly anyway, but it does slow you down a little bit. You only get one escape point from this obstacle. But you make your way across the bridge as pieces of the bridge plummet below into the icy river, which seems like an eternity beneath you. Finally, you see a large transport vehicle, jackknifed and overturned, lying across both lanes of the highway. You can either make an athletics check to scramble over the wreckage or an acrobatics check to try to squeeze between the cab and the trailer.
Well, that's not good for us.
That's a 19 acrobatics.
All right.
Put it on the board, guys. That's a natural 1.
Oh, boy.
A 2 acrobatics.
I have to, like, yank your arm through the wreckage.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yavari has a +6 to athletics. Mm-hmm. But Emily rolled a 5.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me?
No.
I did the exact same thing and have the exact same stat modifier.
We're just partner bound like that.
We're
It's
soul
like you're soul
bonded.
bonded, yeah.
Good thing she
Yeah.
can
Alright.
fly off the bridge after we don't get escape points.
All right, yeah. So this really slows you
Yeah,
down.
for 30 feet and then fall.
Sigurd, you get through, but the rest of them have trouble, and you're like, come on, and they're just struggling. We only get one escape point, and once you get on the other side of the overturned truck, finally, the edge of the bridge is visible, and you're sprinting towards safety. And as you do, you can hear the final countdown blasting from the loudspeakers in the distance. 10, 9, 8. And as this is going down, that sound is nearly drowned out by the screech of hundreds of swarm creatures as they begin to descend upon the bridge. The sight is horrifying. It seems like an innumerable amount of swarm are flooding this bridge. And the countdown continues. 5, 4, 3, and you're trying to get to the very edge. 2, 1, and it ends with this massive explosion ripping through the bridge's superstructure, engulfing the entire swarm horde. The 4 of you leap off the final few feet and go prone on the ground, covering the backs of your head as a shockwave rolls over you, and you can feel all sorts of debris raining down upon you because you only got, 6 escape points. I need everybody to roll a reflex save.
Oh, no.
If I raise Betty over my head, can I get a bonus?
No.
Damn it.
If I spread my wings out over Tex, does
No.
he get a bonus?
No.
That's a 9, Adam.
It's a 9, okay.
Mother.
13.
That's another
Okay.
natural 1.
God damn it, Steve.
Oh, no!
Wait, so we've all rolled below 10s so far?
I
Yeah.
rolled a 13.
I rolled a 5.
I rolled
Yeah,
a 2.
I rolled a 7.
Okay, you guys are going to take the full brunt of this damage as the bridge rains down on you. And you could hear the swarm screaming as they plummet to the valley below, and the rest of the swarm on the other edge that didn't get on the bridge. But you guys take 10 bludgeoning damage. Could have been worse. Could have been
Thank
better.
God I restored my stamina because I'm
Yep.
fine.
I'm unconscious.
And
God
Tex
damn
is
it.
unconscious.
I'm up.
Is
I got
anybody else
3 left.
unconscious?
I'm up.
All right.
Alright, it says stamina. Oh, shit.
Okay. So a big chunk of the bridge comes down right on the back of Tex's head, knocking him out. The rest of you just take the damage. What do you do?
Natassi, I think we Tex isn't doing so good. I know we could probably pick him up and carry him the rest of the way.
All right, time for me to do my job. Are either you or Ivari into your hit points?
I'm 2 into my hit points, which I have been since the beginning of this episode.
Yeah, I'm 4 in.
All right, well, I mean, fuck it. Like, Tex is all the way down. I'm significantly into my hit. So Ivari is going... whoa, that's not me at all. Natassi is going to stand to her feet kind of shakily. I mean, she is very close to dead, actually. And look to the heavens, look to her hand, and begin channeling a red energy that bursts out over 30 feet, healing 6 points of damage.
So everybody gets 6 H pistols.
Hey, that's only 1 shy of my max HP.
And you find yourself covered in dust and debris, looking across the ravine at the swarm just piled up at the edge of it, looking ferocious, but for the time being, stopped.
Okay.
Get up, Tex. You're not broken yet.
I feel like it.
No, come on, let's keep going. Let's get out of here.
Hey, Ivari, do you feel that when he goes out?
I mean, I get a little tingly, but this isn't the place to talk about it, I guess.
Everybody roll a perception check.
To see if Yavari gets tingly?
No.
Oh.
Deep down in the plums.
In my plums.
As I
All ripe and juicy, ready for market.
Oh, God, I hate it.
22 for me.
22 for you.
3 different dice, 3 rolls in a row.
Come on,
Steve.
3 natural ones.
Another
Baby,
one?
what is you doing?
Oh my goodness. This is
Can I tag out
bad news.
teammates?
Wait,
Roll it
Wait, you've rolled
with
3
your other
tonight?
hand.
3, yeah.
Oh, y'all hit the 5 mark.
I think they're all from me.
Okay, so who rolled the 22?
I did, Sigurd.
All right, Sigurd, you can hear in the distance the soft rumble as this vehicle approaches you. Salvation in the form of an SDF Humvee pulls up to you, and you see a couple of SDF soldiers hop off the Humvee and say, "Well, hell, y'all just made it. Shit, we just about blew your asses up. Come on. We'll take you the rest of the way to Fort Gallant." And they give you a opportunity to get on the back of their Humvee.
Yes.
Much obliged. Yep.
So yeah, you guys kind of hop back there, and you see somebody else who looks a little beat up sitting in the back of this thing too. It looks like this, whatever little squad this is going to pick up some of the stragglers, and you see like a half elf kind of just tending to their own wounds. We have another member of this cast joining us. Hey, Zach.
Hey. Hi.
Surprise.
He's been listening
Zach,
the whole
before
time.
we get started, what are you drinking?
Tonight I will be drinking a Hattiesburg local Susie B from Southern Prohibition. Delicious blonde ale.
Awesome. Well, Zach, here's to you.
Here's to you guys.
For if you're listening and you don't know Zach plays Oren on Southern Tomfoolery, and we're glad to have him joining. Zach, tell us a little bit about your half elf that's sitting there in the back of this vehicle.
Well, he is a half elf. He's half drow, actually. Ooh. So he's got kind of a slate grayish skin tone, pointy ears, white hair. He's just chilling. Kind of got a 1,000-yard stare to him, He's not looking particularly cheerful or anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's been
given
a
the
day.
Circumstances, right?
It's been a
I feel
day.
like war will do that to you.
Yeah, so he's just kind of sitting there, kind of, I guess, looks up at you and then just kind of keeps looking off, kind of into the distance. The squad soldier that kind of came up to you says, "Listen, I'm real sorry about almost blowing you to smithereens. So, as an act of good faith, we've done everything we're going to do with this, and so we're going to give this to you for whatever your next task is. You can go ahead and have this." And she points to a small footlocker that's in the bed of this truck, and in there you see a detonator, a motion trigger, 3 Mark I frag grenades, and 1 Mark I incendiary grenades. And with a wink, he says, "Blast some of them Vexers for me, all right?" And then he hops back into the driver's seat, leaving you guys in the bed of the truck to kind of get your grips,
Sorry you almost got blown up. Here's some explosives.
Right.
Yeah, don't go blowing yourself up now.
Yeah.
I mean, that is kind of how the detonation crew goes, So here, I'll put that in the chat so you can
Thanks.
log that in.
Look, I just want to say, I got dibs on at least one of those grenades, because which whoopers get that proficiency?
Oh, damn. Yeah, I don't have proficiency in grenades.
Yeah, I'm not touching any of that shit.
Yeah, you guys can split it, I think. Soldier, Witch Warper.
I will grenadier
yeah.
my ass off.
I'll take some grenades.
All right, so yeah, you guys can sort that out off air. What I want to do now is you guys got about 2-mile ride back. And so you guys got a little moment to kind of like actually catch your breath, stop walking, stop running, and talk to each other. And, you got this new person here as well. So have at it.
I'd like to kick it off here. So when this guy pops his head back and delivers these explosives, in questionable taste to people who are almost blown up, the entire time Natasi doesn't say anything to him and is just staring daggers at this guy, maybe this private or corporal or whoever. And then as soon as he leaves, maybe goes back into the forward cabin or something, her head kind of snaps to the side in an inhuman way, and she with her one good eye, the other behind an eye patch, is staring directly at this new trooper who, at least according to what I've heard, may be injured in some way or at least a little hurt. "Soldier, do you require medical attention? I am a medical professional."
Oh, I appreciate it, miss, but I'm all right for now. Thank you.
"Well, if that's the case." And then she just kind of tilts her head back to the side and doesn't continue the conversation.
So, yeah, he kind of looks around the vehicle and is like, "You all right, folks?"
Man, I don't think I've taken a shit in like 13 hours. It's a new record for me.
Well, that's impressive, mate. Congratulations.
I think it's all the meth we've been doing, honestly.
That'll get it, I reckon. This whole planet's gone tits up, y'all.
What happened to you? Do you make it here by yourself?
I'm all that's left. Me and the boys, we headed over to that space station there to join up with the STF, but just in time for the thing to get blown out the sky, we made it out on a escape pod, but the bugs got the rest of the crew.
What's your name, by the way, buddy?
Oh, sorry.
I'm
sorry.
Sig. It's good to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Sig. Name's Vinny, and just call me Vinny, whatever you want.
I step out from behind Sigurd's leg. And say,
Yeah, after he says he hasn't shit in 13 hours, you probably
that's why I stepped out, It's like, oh, it's coming.
Incentive.
It's coming. But I step out and kind of, at risk of sounding redundant, dust off my duster. But I step out and say, like, because I'm pretty worn down too, but like, hey, pleased to meet you there. I'm Tex Arcana.
Pleasure, Tex. How'd you end up here, man?
Well, it's a long and winding road, my friend. And,
Ain't it, though?
yeah, it is. Let's just say a life of outlawing led me to seek more noble aims with my good friend here and dragon and boon companion, Ivari.
Yeah, so he looks over to the, hulking dragonkin.
The elephant-sized person in the room.
Yes, literally.
Yeah.
And she's like, we're in this Humvee, like the back of this truck. She's sitting on the back so that her wings don't like get in you guys' face and everything. So she's just pretty much sitting on the upright tailgate, and she just kind of says, "Hello," and waves a big clawed hand.
How you doing there, ma'am?
I've been better. I think we've all been better.
I think that goes for us all.
But we're here. We're upright. So,
Y'all in the bug killing business?
what is it they say? Business is booming.
That it is.
Business is biting. Those things took a big chunk out of me.
I try to find a space for a seat. I'm pretty small. I think I can manage it. But I sit down, pull out a little pouch of tobacco, and start hand rolling some cigarettes. Anybody want one?
Yeah, I'm in. Roll one for Betty, too.
What we just went through, I need one.
As you guys are kind of passing the cigs around, you've already gonna say, wait.
There's speed on them.
Oh, well, in that case, no. Did you say you were, I'm sorry, on the space station? I can't hear you. Sorry, I'm way up here. Let me lean down.
Yeah. For a brief second, but the red light started flashing and the warning started going off. So me and the boys, we found the nearest escape pod and got the hell out of there.
Okay, so you didn't actually
Just in
crash
time.
with it.
I don't think I'd still be here if I did.
That's why I was really impressed.
That'd be pretty impressive, wouldn't it? That'd be something.
Yeah, I'll send you right at the other guys across the bridge. You survived that.
We've won the war.
It's a half-drow guy that's apparently invincible.
Fucking Wolverine.
Where's the rest of your squad, conscript?
Well, the bugs got him, man. We landed kind of a tough landing on the planet here, and I'm the only one that made it out. Some good men died.
With complete, flat affect and no movement around her eyes or anything, Natasi says, "I am sorry to hear that." She's
Appreciate
not.
the sentiment, love.
Yeah, condolences, man.
Sig would pull out a flask at this point.
You want me to pour one out for your boys before we each take a pull?
Well, they can't drink it, but I'll have a nip.
All right, then. I like the sound of that.
And he would pass it around.
Yeah, so Vinny will just take it and, drink too much out of that flask and hand it back to you much lighter than he gave it to
Eager beaver. Don't worry, the shit's strong.
Not strong enough.
About this time, the truck pulls up to a small SDF training facility. This is Fort Gallant. You see some concrete barriers, some chain link fences, and a few concrete emplacements containing heavy weapon turrets, but you get the sinking feeling that this is just not enough fortification for this encampment, but it's all it has to offer. As you enter the area, you walk by about 100 civilians and a far smaller number of weary-looking soldiers milling around some hastily erected tents. They all look beat down. Several of them are nursing pretty grievous wounds. You see a little impromptu triage unit where people are getting their loss of limb treated. You see too many still bodies on these cots. The mood is pretty grim. And as you kind of disembark off of the truck, a human soldier approaches you and he says, "Hello, I'm Lieutenant Gorham. You've made it to Fort Gallant. I suppose we're safe for now. You all made it out of Brno alive, I see. Not many members of the 5th Battalion were as lucky as you. The commander, her name is Commander Najiri, has asked to receive situation reports directly from all new arrivals immediately. Let me take you to her now. But before you do, I'm going to need you all to finish your drinks, and we'll see ya.
Oh, got us.
I can't believe we're all still alive.
We did it.
Got him. Got him.
That means we're invincible.